My boss leaned toward his wife and whispered in Spanish, "Don't worry, she won't be here much longer. Once the project is finished, we'll replace her with someone who won't question anything." My fork froze in my hand. Everyone at the table kept chatting, laughing, drinking wine. But inside me, something snapped. He didn't know I spoke Spanish fluently. I grew up speaking it with my abuela. And that night, his words didn't just break me, they exposed something far bigger than my job. Before I tell you what happened next, let me know in the comments where you're watching from. Welcome to the Unspoken Chronicles, real stories of betrayal, justice, and people reclaiming their power. If you're new here, hit subscribe. What comes next will leave you stunned. My name is Layla Ortiz, 32 years old, project manager at a major tech consulting firm in Chicago. I worked 5 years to earn a chance at a senior role. Late nights, impossible deadlines, no weekends, no excuses. My life was work, work, work. And finally, everyone said this year would be my year. But Daniel Whitman, my boss, had other plans. He was charming, well-dressed, smooth-talking. The kind of man who praised you in meetings and stole your ideas in private reports. I always felt something was off, but I ignored it because promotions depended on him. Then one evening, he invited the department to his home for a celebration dinner. I assumed it was for me after all. He'd hinted at a big announcement. His house was enormous. His wife, Eva, greeted everyone warmly. She was soft-spoken, elegant, and unlike her husband, genuinely kind. Dinner started like any corporate gathering, small talk, networking, fake smiles. But then I heard Eva ask Daniel quietly if he was absolutely sure about promoting me. She sounded hesitant, worried even. Daniel responded in Spanish, confident that I wouldn't understand. "She's temporary. After the big project, we'll get rid of her. I'll bring in someone who follows orders." My heart felt like it stopped beating. I kept eating, smiling, pretending I heard nothing. Because if he planned to betray me, I was going to be ready. The next week, small things began happening, small if you weren't paying attention. Meetings moved without notifying me. My access to project dashboards disappeared. Documents I uploaded were mysteriously missing. Team members avoided me, claiming Daniel had already handled certain tasks. Everything felt coordinated. Then one night, I received a text from Eva. "We need to talk. It's important." I met her at a quiet cafe the next day. She looked nervous, her hands shaking as she held her coffee. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "I shouldn't have stayed quiet. Daniel has done this before." She explained everything. Daniel had a history, 5 women before me. He made them look incompetent, then replaced them with people he could control. He manipulated files, changed timestamps, deleted approvals, then blamed the woman leading the project. It was a pattern. "He's already doing it to you," Eva said. "Your files, your deadlines, your reports. He's altering them. He wants you gone after the launch." I felt sick. But Eva wasn't done. "I know you understood what he said at the dinner," she said gently. "I saw your face. And if you want to fight this, I will help you." That was the moment I stopped being scared and started preparing. I documented everything. Screenshots of missing files. Email logs showing edits I didn't make. Slack messages with altered timestamps. Backups of project dashboards. Eva shared screenshots of Daniel bragging to his brother about getting rid of the problem girl. We gathered voice memos, text threads, metadata, everything. Then I scheduled a meeting with HR and the CFO. Daniel walked in smiling like he owned the world. "Before we begin," he said smoothly, "I'm concerned about Layla's performance." I cut him off. "Daniel," I said slowly, "in what language would you like me to respond? English or Spanish?" His smile died instantly. Then I played the recording of him at his house. His voice filled the conference room. "She's temporary. Once the project is done, we'll remove her." He lunged forward to turn off the audio. The CFO held up a hand. "Sit down, Daniel." I showed them the email logs he altered, the project files he edited, the manipulated timestamps tied to his user ID, and then Eva's messages confirming everything. By the time I finished, Daniel looked like a man who'd lost everything. He actually tried to blame Eva. Tried to blame me. Tried to blame misinterpretation. But the evidence was airtight. Security escorted him out that afternoon. Eva filed for divorce 2 weeks later. She thanked me for giving her the courage she'd never had. The company offered me a public apology, a promotion, and a raise. But I asked for something else, something that mattered more. I wanted a funded women in leadership program, designed by me, supervised by me, and protected from toxic managers forever. The board approved it immediately. That program is now the biggest part of our company culture. Women who were once overlooked now lead teams, divisions, entire departments. And I'm the director of the whole initiative. I didn't just survive Daniel's sabotage. I replaced his legacy with something better. A year later, while speaking at a leadership event, I shared how language, my grandmother's language, saved my career. After the talk, I got a message from someone I never expected, my father, who I hadn't spoken to in years. "I'm proud of you, Mija," his message said. Simple. Emotional. It felt like closing a chapter one didn't know was still open. Now, when I think back to that dinner, the wine, the laughter, Daniel whispering in a language he thought was secret, I smile. He thought he was planning my downfall. But he handed me exactly what I needed. The truth, the power, and the chance to rewrite everything. Sometimes, the moment someone underestimates you is the moment your life begins to rise. And if you're watching this right now and you feel pushed aside, spoken over, underestimated, or sabotaged, listen to me. You are not temporary. You are not replaceable. And your intuition is not lying to you. Tell me in the comments, what would you have done at that dinner? Confront him on the spot? Walk out silently? Or gather proof like I did? Your answer tells me a lot about who you are. If this story moved you, hit that like button and subscribe for more truth-telling, powerful stories. And remember, the moment you choose yourself is the moment everything changes.